Wait, was nobody gonna tell me I had primer in my hair? Guys, come on. Hello, welcome to my video. If you're from my Instagram, I love you. If you're not from my Instagram, love you all the same. So today I'm gonna be trying out 5 TikTok beauty hacks. Now I picked these out specifically because I thought they had a higher chance of working. I really wanted to see if it would work out okay. I didn't want to do any of the really dumb ones, so you should stick around and see how that went. I mean, spoiler alert, this is sort of how it went. This is the look I created. But is that because of the hacks, or did I have to fix a lot of this myself? I don't know. Let's watch the video. So as you can see, my eye primer is on, and we're gonna start with 2 eyeshadow hacks, and these 2 involve a spoon and an eyelash curler. So I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see what I'm doing, because this is a very clumsy way of applying makeup.
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
But I'm using the eyelash curler as sort of a stencil to apply eyeliner first of all. Now this hack, I don't know about her. I mean, it might actually work, but at what cost, I guess we'll see. And this is so uncomfortable, by the way. So as you can see, I was able to draw on this sort of initial thick liner shape that I'm gonna wing out later with the spoon. The only thing is my eyeshadow base moved a little bit because obviously you have to press the lash curler on your eye to really do what it needs to do. But I guess that's the price you pay. And now I am creating a sort of cut crease shape with this. This is really difficult, by the way, because you can't really move your eye or your body too much, because if you do, it's not gonna keep up the same shape. I mean, okay, I guess it did sort of create a cut crease shape. Oh God. So I mean, okay, so far as you can see, it did do a little something, but there's a lot of work to be done. I'm gonna have to, blend this by hand and sort of, work it into shape, but we're gonna see how that goes. Now I'm gonna use the spoon for the wing liner. So I'm just placing it wherever I want the wing. I mean, okay, it's a wing. I feel like a complete idiot. I'm just blending this a little bit now with the same brush I applied it with. So this did give a cut crease shape sort of for the most part, but I'm now just gonna blend that out with an even lighter beige color, just because I want it to have a little bit more depth. Because what I don't want is that people can immediately guess that this was done with a spoon and eyelash curler, so I'm really trying to level it up as much as possible. So now I'm just again dipping back into that first shade to really deepen it up. So now after what seems about 87 years of blending, I'm finally cleaning up the edges of this look. So now, because I want to define the cut crease shape even more and sharpen it up, I'm just gonna do that with a small detailed brush. I'm cleaning it up with my eyeshadow base. Now I'm applying a shimmery shade in between. So now naturally the TikTok didn't say to do this, but I'm just adding some glitter liner. Now if you follow me on Instagram, you're probably just about sick of this liner because I swear I use it in every look, but it's just so pretty. Okay, so I mean, this is pretty much the finished eye look. I just need to apply mascara and a little bit of highlighter and stuff. So now we're moving on to a foundation hack that went like viral last year or something, and I'm sure you've seen this everywhere, but I still haven't tried it, so I'm gonna do so now. Now this is a really way out of whack way to apply everything. So first I'm applying moisturizer on my bare skin. So after letting that absorb into my skin, I am now putting on translucent powder all over my face. Now this step so far I'm fine with, because I know that sometimes Miss Jackie Aina puts translucent powder over her face before foundation, and I trust her. So this I'm fine with so far. Right, now we move on to setting spray. This is gonna be interesting. Then once that's set, we're moving on to primer. For some reason my primer's not blending out. It's kind of sticking to certain patches of the skin, and I'm having a hard time blending it out. Meanwhile, I use this primer all the time and it never does this. So now after all of that, you're supposed to apply your foundation, and I don't know what this is like meant to do. Apparently it's meant to be really long lasting and stuff, but we'll just see about that. Okay girl, well so far so good, but I guess you could also apply all the products in the correct order and get the same effect. Now I don't like saying correct because what really is a correct way to put on makeup, but you know what I mean. Okay, so look, it's not bad, but I feel like the foundation is just slightly oxidizing on my face, and it normally doesn't do that. I don't know if it's because of the loose powder or whatever, but I do feel like it's oxidizing just a little bit. Now, it could be worse. I could go out like this, it's not that bad, but I also feel like some parts of the foundation are clinging to certain dry spots on my skin. So if you have really dry skin or even really textured skin, this might not be the one for you, sis. But I mean, it's not bad. So now moving on, I'm just gonna spot conceal as I normally do, and then we're gonna move on to a concealer hack for the under eyes. So apparently what you're supposed to do is just this. Now the tea is, my under eye bags are tote bags. They're not a little clutch, they're not a little going out bag. No, they're tote bags, they're huge, they're giant. So I don't know about this one, but I'll try it. I will wait for it to dry up a little bit though, and while I'm waiting, I'm just blending out the rest of my concealer. I love when girls go on camera and go, this is the best way to conceal dark circles, and they have no dark circles, and they put like a dot here, and they're done. I'm like, girl, I need help. Like, I look busted. You can't do that to me. Okay, so one eye is blended out. I'm just gonna set it with my usual setting powder. Okay, so it's not bad. My circles are concealed for the most part, but I feel like I would put just a tiny bit more, but you know what? I can work with this, so I'm not mad at it. So now we're moving on to a contouring hack, and this girl really applied her contour, blush, and highlighter super high, just like I'm gonna do here, which worries me just a little bit, to be honest, but okay, girl. Well, I look and feel like an idiot, but ugh, I'm gonna blend this out because she blended it out all together with one brush. Oh no, I put way too much blush on. Oh, I forgot how pigmented this is. Oh boy, okay. See, so I'm blending this down, and normally you don't want to do that, but since we've applied it so high, it's fine. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You know what? The blend is super natural, really pretty. I like it, but I just wanted it to be a little bit more defined, but you know what? It's not that bad. Now, with that being said, I have to add a little bit more contour and highlighter. So let me just pop some highlighter around my eyes and do my mascara, and then I'll be back for the lip hack. So this last hack is basically where you just purse your lips together and line them that way. I don't know why, but okay. I mean, look, they're lined. The only con is that you can't really get into the inner corners that well, so I mean, okay, look, it did what it's supposed to do. I just want to know who this is for, though. Okay, so now that my whole face is done, we can move on to final thoughts. So let's start with the spoon and eyelash curler trick. I mean, honestly, it did work. As you can see, there is an eye look on my eye, and it looks pretty good if I do say so myself, but with that being said, I don't think that's due to the spoon and eyelash curler specifically. Like, this is not a quick type of hack. To me, hacks are supposed to make you do what you're supposed to do in a quicker and easier way, and this was definitely not that, because once I had to put the spoon and the eyelash curler down, I still had a lot of maneuvering and blending to do to make the eye look this way, which ultimately took me just as long to do as it would have had I not used these utensils. So to me, they're kind of pointless, to be honest. However, I do see this maybe being useful if you're somebody who's just sort of getting into cut creases, or you don't know how to do it right, or you're not sure of the shape or something. So maybe this could, you know, sort of guide you the first couple of times and make you feel a little bit more comfortable because you have something to lean on. But with that being said, also, there's just basically only one shape that you can do with these utensils, which is sort of a big con because it wouldn't look good on every eye shape. It looks fine on mine, but I don't know how it would look on others. So is this a hack? I wouldn't call it a hack, but did it work? Yes, it did. So now moving on to the foundation hack. Basically, no, I don't know. This worked as you were able to see, but I don't think you can see because of the beauty lights, but I do have a couple of, you know, dry spots that it did cling to, and I do still think that it made me oxidize just a tiny bit, which is not that bad. Like, I could go outside looking like this. It's really not that bad, not even in person, but you could achieve that same look and effect if you just, you know, apply these products in their regular order. So I don't know about this one. The pro, however, is that I am pretty matte, so I think that this could potentially last a little bit longer. although that's not proven, so I can't say that for sure. Then the concealer hack, I don't know, this really didn't make me look that lifted because ultimately I already snatched my eyes while I was cleaning them up for the eyeshadow look, and it's a little bit not enough concealer for me, but that's just for me because, you know, like I said, my dark circles are really like, okay. So for me, it's a no on this one.
No.
But it's not bad. Now the contour blush highlighter hack, this one was cute. I did like it. It was fairly fast and the blend is pretty seamless. So I maybe would try this one again if I'm doing like a soft glam look, or even if I, you know, just want to apply these products to bare skin. I think that would be pretty cute, to be honest. Although again, for me, I have to, you know, put a little bit more highlighter on, but that's, you know me by this point, you know. So now the lip liner, look, you've seen it, it did work. I did have to draw in the inner corners just a little bit. Maybe if you had bigger lips, you could get to the inner corners. I don't, so I didn't. But I just want to know who this is for. Like, it worked, but it takes me just as long to line my lips regularly, so I don't know, it's kind of pointless to me. But so yeah, with all of that being said, basically I think the takeaway from this video is that a lot of these hacks that you see on the internet and TikTok more specifically, some of them work, a lot of them don't, a lot of them are actually whack, and some of them I wouldn't even really call hacks, they just sort of are. So that's something to keep in mind, but you know, you've seen how all of these work today, so you can judge amongst yourselves. But yes, that's my final verdict, and thank you so much for watching today's video. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!